guys, what we have here is a 1200 millimeter PC-9. This is a production sample to test the airworthiness and see how it flies. I'm gonna go ahead and open the box and see what we got. And first thing we have is a one-page manual, beautiful color manual that flew off and I had to go chase after. Then we have one of the wings. It has ailerons, no flaps, and it does have retracts already pre-installed in there. Here's the other wing. We have a beautiful fuselage with the servos already pre-installed on it. There's the servos in there. And it has what appears, oh, it looks like a nice scale cockpit. Well, not scale, but I love the way it flips open like the rear one. Instead of just popping off, it flips over to the side. It does take an XT60 connector for the battery. The other servos for the elevator and the rudder are already installed there. The wires are connected and down at the bottom. Some of them are labeled. I see the one for the throttle says channel 3, channel 2 for elevator, but I do see one without no label. That's going to be the one for the throttle. Have the vertical fin slash rudder, elevator, nice 4-bladed propeller. And last but not least, the hardware package includes a screwdriver, some glue, servo extensions, spinner, and scale exhaust. Alright guys, the first part of the build says to put the wings together. I went ahead and put a little bit of holes on there, not too many. This really doesn't need to. It's just my thing that I do on there so it can grab more bite with the glue. Use your whatever glue you're more comfortable with, either the one in the came with the kit or your own. And you basically just need the two wings. This is the front spar and this is more like the rear spar. This one goes in the back of the wing where the screw hold down would be at, and this one goes in the front once you put your two wings together. Alright guys, once you have your wing together, you're gonna need two Y extensions, two Y harnesses. One for the ailerons and one for the retracts. What I did is I put the retract cables to the front and the ailerons to the bottom, so that way they separate. The Y harness. Alright guys, instead of mounting the wing first, I come and built the tail. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue the horizontal stabilizer into the airplane, and then I'm going to glue the vertical or rudder back on there, and we'll continue with the build process. Once your elevator is in, pay close attention to the push rod that's in the vertical and the tail there. It has to go between the two grooves right there, and then when you put in your vertical or rudder, there's a slot right there where your push rod goes through. So just make sure it's in the hole there, and then the guide on the actual vertical. Alright guys, I know there's a lot of wires in there. You can put them in there as neatly as you can. You can place the receiver here, or if you get an extension for the ailerons, you can mount it on the battery compartment there on the top. It's totally up to you. So the unlabeled servo connection coming from the nose, it's actually the retract. So you have to make it attach the last wire, The battery compartment is actually pretty ample and nice and big, so you can actually put the receiver in here if you choose to, or just leave the battery in there and move it around for your CG. Again, the scale canopy or scale hinging of the canopy is actually pretty nice. Just don't, when you open it, just don't drop it too much or let it hang too much, because then it'll put stress on the foam on the other side of the hinges there. Enjoy your new plane, guys. Hey guys, half an hour later, here is the airplane. I mean, it's not a competition. Don't go out and rush it just to put it together. This is actually already put together. The only thing I have not put on there is the scale accessories like the smokestack and then one of the little pieces out here in the vertical fin. But I mean, other than that, she's set up and ready to go. It is set up on a Microzone MC6C radio, and just so you guys can see that it is ready to go, I'm gonna go ahead and hold it down and apply some throttle. So there you go. Like I said, it's not a competition. Don't try to rush into it. There's 3 Y cables. One of them is for the ailerons. One of them is for the retracts that goes in the wings. And the third one is for the retracts that goes from the nose wheel to the main retracts. Alright. Hope you guys enjoy. It does take a 4-cell 2200 battery.